What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nehemiah, aka Neo, and today we are going to be talking about the Brooklyn Nets situation. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it has been a very chaotic way. It's really going down, especially with everything not going down. There's been a lot of drama. Honestly, unnecessary drama just for these guys to just eat the other way. Honestly, I don't think that Kevin Durant will stay on this team for the next 2 years, but we'll see. We'll just check it out. So, victory! Yeah. So first things first, they apparently made plans, at least for this season, so that once Kyrie fight leaves, they are going to, just do whatever they can with Durant. But look at what some of the teams are offering. The Raptors were offering pretty much everything except for Scottie Barnes, and honestly, if I was the Raptors, I would honestly do the exact same, because I think that Scottie Barnes, while I wouldn't say he's better than Kevin Durant, absolutely not, he does have the potential to be better than Kevin Durant. At least from what I've seen so far, he does have a way for them to be, really good for a lot of years down the line. Kevin Durant, he's been injury prone ever since he came back from the Achilles injury before that. And I don't think that that's really a smart move from the Raptors if they really want to contend for a really long time like they have with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. The Pelicans, honestly, I don't think that the Pelicans should have made the trade at all if they were really going to, because they were probably going to have to give up Brandon Ingram, and I don't think Brandon Ingram should be traded at this moment. I think that Brandon Ingram is probably closer to like a top 30 player, and when Zion comes back, I think that they should just run it back and see if they really fit together. I think that Brandon Ingram could really just benefit from another year with Zion, especially a healthy one. Now, the Grizzlies are a team that probably should have made the move, and I don't want to sound kind of redundant because I'm probably going to make a Grizzlies video sooner or later, but the Grizzlies will be really good when it comes to how they match up against the West. Even this year, they took a Warriors team to 6 games while losing their best player. Not only that, but their best player scoring 38 points per game in that series. There's a good chance that they could win the series if Ja Morant was there, but I don't know. We don't. But the Grizzlies were essentially not giving up Jaren Jackson or Desmond Bane. Now, I like me some Jaren Jackson. I think that is actually a pretty good move to keep Jaren Jackson. But Desmond Bane, I think that they gotta make that. If it's one or the other, they have to make that. If it's both, then you don't make that move. I would say that. But Desmond Bane for Kevin Durant, especially with just salary fillers and picks, you gotta make that trade. While I would say that they could extend their window with Desmond Bane, I think that if this team gets Kevin Durant, just losing out on Desmond Bane, I think that they're contenders. Not only are they contenders, I think that they're probably the best team in the West. Even if the numbers are what I think the West can be. Even if the numbers are what I think. Even if Golden State Warriors do improve, I don't think that they're going to improve enough to overcome Kevin Durant going on the best team in the West for just Desmond Bane, especially because Desmond Bane wasn't as good before this year. It would really benefit them if they really just had him. So I think the Grizzlies did miss out on Kevin Durant being part of this trade, but I think that they're going to be the top 2 teams in the West anyways, top 4-ish. So I don't think they're losing out on much. It's still hard. It's probably going to be something back. Now the Heat, they win a trade Bam Adebayo, and I do think that that's also a good trade. I know I've been slandering Bam, but if they trade Bam, there goes their defense.
Match point.
Especially when you have a guy like Tyler Rose, you have a guy like Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry at his old age. It's going to be really bad if they cannot keep up on the perimeter. And while Bam is a really good perimeter defender, you also still want him to be a shot blocker. You want him to be able to defend. And I think that even if they do get Kevin Durant without trading him, they're still not getting a couple of things that they need when it comes to the Kevin Durant trade. They will probably have to still give up a Brandon Jimmy or Kyle Lowry. And if they do that, they still need to work by making executive Kyle Lowry. If not, they would still need a legitimate forward, Bam Adebayo, so that he could actually make it at the 5 spot, and I think that's probably gonna do them if they still don't pursue that within the trade market later down in the season, and it'll go pick up two waivers and stuff like that. So I think that he did make the right move. But one more thing about the Bam Adebayo. I'm pretty sure they couldn't trade for him anyways, unless they traded away Ben Simmons, because they can't have 2 people who are on a max rookie contract extension. So I don't know what's with that. And Celtics won't move Marcus Smart or Robert Williams. Honestly, it is what it is. I really don't care. I know that's not really the best commentary. When you look at it, Marcus Smart and Robert Williams were two games away from winning the NBA Finals. And while yes, they were really able to give up Jaylen Brown for just Kevin Durant, I would do that move too. I think that the Nets asking prices become a little bit too risky because they know Kevin Durant is going to be points about the game anyway, so they might as well switch it. But as for the Nets, I think that the Nets actually did get away with essentially not trading Kevin Durant at all. I don't understand how they were able to do that, or at least extending his weight there, because I think that Kevin Durant is still going to leave. I don't know when, but he's still going to have to leave, because once the time ticks, Kevin Durant may have another serious injury. We don't know. Kevin Durant is 35, I believe, right now. He's not the young guy he used to be when he was on Golden State. Kevin Durant is really old on an Achilles tear, and honestly, as the day ticks, he's just gonna get more injury prone, and I don't really think that that's. Oh, he's only 33, but he's gonna turn 34 in about a month. So, yeah. So Kevin Durant is not going to be the young bird that he used to be, and honestly, that's fine. But when they really consider it, they have to understand that Kevin Durant needs to be traded as soon as possible, for as much as possible too. And I understand that they want to actually get some assets out of it. And honestly, as the trade goes on, as the talks go on, I think they're losing more value as the seconds go on, because honestly, if they were to trade for Jaylen Brown, I think that I should have done that. If I were the Nets, I probably would have done that on the spot, because Jaylen Brown and Ben Simmons, well, I don't think that they would work the best together, especially with Jaylen Brown's handle and Ben Simmons, whatever factor. I think that they could still probably be a decent core, especially because they're both under 26, I believe. They still have some room to grow, especially if they're just 2 main focal points. But honestly, I think that the biggest winner in this whole situation was actually the Nets. While I am talking down about them not getting the best for Kevin Durant in these trades, eventually they're going to get the one that actually pushes them forward, because once the trade deadline hits and teams start getting desperate and they start hearing good offers, and if the team actually does pretty well, they could go in one of 3 ways. One, the Nets are in a really good situation where they are looking like contenders. They're looking like the best team in the East. Number 1, that's what they want.
My brother gave me this sword.
Number 2, a team gets really
Time
desperate,
to make good use of it.
offers a whole
I will
haul
introduce
for Kevin
you to the
Durant.
many-faced god
We're talking
myself.
James Harden, so if we're talking Paul George to Clippers stuff, that would be the second best case scenario, because while they won't be able to win championship, they still will retain a lot of assets that kind of make them in a really good position, like the OKC Thunder. And case scenario 3, which honestly won't happen, but it still could. This team just kind of falls apart, and they're not really what we thought they were. Look at 2022 Lakers, something like that. Not as bad, but similar as bad. Or if I were to give a better example, the 2022 Nets, I think that is probably a better example. So I think that the Nets did, make the best out of the losing situation, and honestly, good for them. Good for them. I just want to see what comes next, and should be exciting. So yeah, that's it. You want this? Y'all. AKA Neo.